Okay, today we're going to be tying a streamer, kind of a cross between a zonker and a meat whistle. Tying this for a few years, and it's a real effective pattern. I've already got the eyes on there, and I've had a couple of videos with those eyes. So just lock on a series of those. If you're going to tie up a half a dozen of them, get them all done. Super glue, it really helps hold those eyes in place. Once it's dry, we'll go ahead and tie on our thread and wrap it back down to the bend of the hook. And trim off excess. Marabou will be the first thing we're going to use. Length and a half the shank would be fine. And we'll secure that on top. And I'm going to wrap up over it all the way to the eyes and then trim it off, just to keep that body a little more consistent in diameter. Not a deal breaker one way or the other. A couple of strands of holographic red Flashabou. We'll tie that on both sides and then trim off your excess to line it up. And then we're going to do a dubbing loop. So, whoop. Don't panic. Just retie it on. It'll secure just fine. Relock on the thread, make that loop, and then we're going to use a dubbing blend, white, a little bit of red flash. We blend a ton of dubbing in the shop. I encourage you to try this. Different textures, different flash, organics, naturals, or synthetics. And you blend that together. Get a good feel for it after a while. And we're just going to twist that up. And then just take a little teaser and tease out that material so it fans out. Tighten it up some more. And then we're just going to wrap that brush around the shank and in front of the eye. And then tie that off. Make sure it's down right. And if you want to take your brush and brush things back, you can do it. Flip it upside down. We're going to put the rabbit strip on there. This is something we commonly do, and I think I've got a couple of videos with that in there. Overshoot it just a little bit, poke it through the hook, and just take the hook right off the vise. Get that in the camera. Situate it, and then reposition the hook back on the vise. And then all we have to do is just pull that rabbit down tight. Make sure it stays on top of the shank of the hook. Handful of wraps. Trim off excess. And make sure you get everything tied down tight. Quick lip finish. All thumbs today. And then we're going to turn it upside down. We want to trim so that the skin goes to the marabou. We have a nice long tail going on there. That's a simple little streamer pattern, very effective, swims well in the water, and you can tie them in a variety of colors.